Hello, guys. Welcome to Inside Kerbal's space program. Forgive me, I am extremely tired today because my girlfriend woke up with pain in her teeth at 4 o'clock and ultimately woke me up at 5:11, so forgive me if my voice slips. But anyway, give me a minute while this loads, and I will show you a couple of ships that I have created. A total amount, I'm not saying, but there's a few that I'm going to show you. Primarily, my primary first three that I created. That took me a long time to create. Don't ask me how long, because I won't tell you. But anyway, kick back and enjoy. Welcome back to Kerbal's Space Program. We are on the start screen. You can see that my version number is 23.5.459. This is one of the newest versions. If not, someone could tell me. I do notice a lot of bugs with this version of the game though. The first bug I notice is when you play the game for a long period of time, especially with the new updated mod packs and stuff, it'll crash. And it's not supposed to crash with new mods. If you have any old mods, they don't work per se for this version. I had to go on and completely erase all of my old mods for this game and got new ones. Now, some of you may think, well, isn't that hacking? Or what? It's not, because the spaceport, which is part of Kerbal's space program, is the creators of these mod packs. The people that designed the game also designed most of the mod packs. And then you have the random people around the world who help out. But for this, we are going to resume a save game that I have created because it has all of my ships that I'm going to be describing in the best detail possible. So, give me a minute while I load in to my saved game. And welcome back. We have loaded my saved game up. As you can see, there is the research and development in there, is where most players take the time to research and develop new technologies and stuff to use for their ships. That's the tracking center. That's the launch pad. That's the astronaut complex. I suppose that's where the Kerbans like to sleep. Over there is the space hangar, which I created all my ships in the spaceplane hangar. Give me a minute while I load into that. Welcome to the Bear Spaceplane hangar. What I'm going to do now is load my first ship that I'm going to talk to. But after I load it, there's one thing that I want to tell you guys that many of you may not know. For those who don't like wasting valuable time creating a spaceship with gas tanks and stuff, there's an in-game way to do it without having to use tanks. I'll give you an example with my first ship, which is 109 parts. It's called a Kerbal rover that's weaponized. Now, some of you may ask, what is Kerbal? Well, Kerbal is basically like our Earth for the Kerbals. This took me 4 hours and 15 minutes to build, people. Because it was designed as not only a rover that you can drive in the atmosphere, but also fly to other places and readjust it by flight. I'll show you how all of that works after I show you the little trick that keeps me from having to put more weight on things that I design as far as tanks. Now you see right here these little laser looking things. Well, they're called sunbeam lasers, given by Laser Tech for long. Laser Tech, high definition for short. It's a mod. Now, for those of you who don't like wasting valuable time with tanks and heavy weight, having to have enough power to lift something off the ground, I'll show you a little cheat that's an in-game cheat. The first thing you have to do is press Alt F12 on your keyboard. Now it brings you up to a debug toolbar. And you see cheats, debug, database, progress. We're on the cheats. Now the ones I mark are unbreakable joints, no crash damage, but I don't suppose I need that right now, infinite fuel, infinite RS, and infinite EVA for those of you who like making your kerbals jump out of spacecraft. Now to close that menu, you press Alt 12 again. Now, you notice that this isn't your typical ship. It was designed with lots of structural parts, different command modules that make it so I don't have a lot of kerbals. But I'm going to show you how this works. Let's go to the launch pad, everyone. Now, welcome to the launch pad, people. This is where I make things happen. Very creative, I might add. My rover, that's weaponized, that's also a flight rover, comes equipped, that's made to have lights. I can also adjust the Laser Tech system by the number pad, which allows me to aim at possible NPC ships coming into the atmosphere of Kerbal. And I'll show you what I mean. Now these, I have 4 of them. They are lasers, everyone. Check that out. Well, that's enough of that. Now I'm going to balance this back out and change it to face the front of the ship. Now everyone, my rover, you can see that it's moving. The normal ground keys and space keys are W, S, and D. I'm going to push it forward. Then I am going to adjust it so that I can see where I'm going. Now using this becomes very useful because I can slow, I can turn it and set it anywhere on the runway I like. It is very helpful. Now I'm going to show you where the flight portion comes in hand. You guys are going to think this is probably cool. I'm using Bandicam, and it only allows me to create 10-minute videos. Well, welcome back, and I am going to show you where the flight part comes in handy. Now you see on here I have 4 propulsion engines that aren't your normal propulsion engines. These ones are actually called Retromax. They are racially mounted engines. The other ones you see are liquid fuel engines, and I had to use a lot of them because the ship weighs a lot, because it's 109 pounds. Now I will demonstrate a short sample of how my flight comes in handy. So kick back. And you can see that I have backwards mounted plasma engines. These come very useful for in-atmosphere and out-of-atmosphere movements. They are not very powerful though, hence the reason why I have all the other engines. But I'm going to demonstrate that I can fly it just like a spaceplane, if I wanted to. And as you can see, it is almost perfectly straight. But that isn't even full throttle, people. I'm taking it up very slowly, due to the fact that if too much thrust is used, it's a little bit harder to control, because it has no wings or anything to keep it balanced at faster speeds, other than an inclined stabilizer part. But as you can see, we are well above the surface. We are exactly 42.5. We're lifting up at about 2 meters a second. Now that's perfect for a ship like this. And as you can see, I have all of these solar panels which are used to keep energy flowing to my rear engines. Now, I'm going to increase my throttle to show you that this comes really useful. And now we're at about 15 meters a second, people. Now, landing this is not exactly soft all the time. I am not even going to attempt to land this ship. Maybe I will, just to show you how difficult it is to land my rover. Doing very light turns, people. It's to keep it so it doesn't go off being centered. Very light turns. Now, I've never actually landed this one successfully, but I'm working on it. But I think this is a really cool little fun project for you guys to try for rovers. And as you can see, we're dropping down to the surface, which I'm going to try and get it angled back so it faces the runway that it came off of. This is just one of three more ships I like to show you. But to do that, I gotta make sure I can land this successfully. As you can see, I'm trying to slow my descent rate. Which is extremely difficult. As you can see, it's not very easy to land. Not softly, anyway. But it landed. Hope you enjoyed that ship. Now give me a minute while I change ships to show you another one. Well, hello again, and welcome back to Inside Kerbal Space Program, ships that I have designed. This is my second ship. This is called a solar UFO, everyone. As you can tell, I have two Retro Max engines to help me get it off the ground, followed by two electric ion engines, which are very useful out of atmosphere. Now, you see this module that's opened? It's called an equipment module, and I can open and close it as I want. This ship has a laser beam system on it too, just because this was to defend outer space, for the most part, and transfer data back to the tracking center. Along with that, you see that I have MechJet. MechJet is very useful for rendezvousing with satellites you have in space, landing if you can't land it yourself. Come back. As you saw the last time, I closed the module. Now, I was talking about also having MegChat. Now, MegChat comes very useful for rendezvousing with targets, ascending, landing, and docking if you have a space station in orbit of Kerbal. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to take this one up into the atmosphere. So sit back and enjoy. This one I had fun with. I'm also going to set it at an orbit of 200 kilometers outside of Kerbal. Now, after I do that, I am also going to time warp it by 4, so this doesn't take very long. So kick back and enjoy how quickly this goes at times 4. We're time warping at time 4. And I also have lights on this system. But now I'm going to slow it down to time warp 2. Slow it down now to time warp 1. Shouldn't be very much longer, people. And it'll go into an orbit. Using MegChat, I'm going to fine-tune my orbit. That way, you can see how well MegChat works, for at least the ascent part. Now it says that in the MegChat ascent guidance, coasting to the edge of the atmosphere. When we get out into space, I will show you how the ion engine works. Hope you're paying attention. And I'm sorry, but this video is going to be really long. Welcome to space. We are almost going to be in our synchronization of Kerbal. Now I'll get rid of those engines and start the ion engines. There is 2 of them on the ship. Any guesses where the other one is, people? I'll show you where the other one is. Open the module that I closed earlier. This is the second ion engine. Now, as you can see, both of them are working at the same time and is pushing us. The ion engines are really good for people that just want to stay in orbit around Kerbin and not go too far in space. But there's some downsides to it. Ion engines require electricity, hence the reason why there's solar panels on this solar UFO. And over there we have some debris, which, if I set properly, I can destroy with the laser system that I described earlier, but only with something to target the debris, which I don't have at the moment. But as you can see, we are orbiting Kerbin at 200 at 200 kilometers, which is turned into very far away from the planet's surface, so to speak. Now what I'm doing is shutting down the ion engines, and I'm going to do some scans with the equipment that's in here. Like this. It's called a scanner. It's a science bit. As you can see, the scanner moves and deploys. And it also logs data. Tells me it can't be done right now, which is fine. But in here, I have batteries, which get recharged by the solar panel to help keep my ion engines working. Next step, I'm going to show you the antenna at the top of the vessel. And this is really useful for transferring data back. First, you have to right click on it and click extend, and then you click transmit data. And it went back to the tracking system. Now what we're going to do is attempt to land. Give me a minute. And land at target. We are attempting to land. As you can see, I just added some more solar help for now. Eight minutes and about 7 minutes to land. So before we enter the atmosphere, people, I'm going to close this module up so things don't get burnt up. For protection. And well, this lands. It has about 3 minutes and 30 seconds before it lands. I'm gonna get some more coffee, so enjoy watching how MechJab helps with landing. She can wait. Well, about 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Yes, guys, I'm back. This video, when it's all done, will be edited and put up on Facebook as well. And while I'm at it, you guys should check out the second channel on my YouTube channel for a friend of mine who has a channel called Coos County Lazy Bum. His videos are interesting and funny. But there's still one more chip I'm going to show you in this video as soon as this one lands. Or crashes, whatever it may be. But we have about 2 minutes for it to land. Right now, it's entering the atmosphere again. And while I'm at it, since it's on landing, I'm going to send it to I guess touchdown speed at 0.3. Or 0.5 will work. No, 0.3 for touchdown speed. It makes it easier. As we get closer back to the land, you'll notice that the redness from it coming back into the atmosphere changes to white when it re-enters the atmosphere. What am I doing, you ask? I'm gonna land on the KSC pad, which is a different place from where I launched. We're almost landing, so enjoy. Well, at least I didn't crash. But it didn't land properly. Oh well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Now give me a minute while I bring up the last ship that I'm going to show you. Well, welcome back. The last ship I'm going to show you is one that was designed with the Fire Spitter mod. So enjoy going to launch. This one's called NATO Helicopter. Now this one was designed for in Kerbal atmosphere flight. So enjoy. Let's see if I can get it to work properly. This one has always been, since I created it, a hard one to keep flying how I want it to. However, it was designed pretty well for the most part. It was only designed for not very long flights. But I hope you have enjoyed all of my creative ideas. Please like or comment on this video, or tell me what else I should do. There is more ships that I have created that I will bring up at the next time I want to record this video. But for now, I'm just going to try and land this one, and then stop recording. Gotta turn brakes on. Well, I landed, but not very good, I might add. Well, see y'all next time. Later.